All right, here's my 2025 predictions bingo card. Fun fact, I originally made it on December 5th of this year, but two of the things I had on that one happened before end of 2024. So this is the updated one. Let's go! Starting off with column B, which stands for business and economics. U.S. national debt will reach 40 trillion U.S. dollars. So the official government's national debt is currently over 36 trillion. For the record, the current deficit is 2 trillion a year. So this isn't a safe prediction. I'm basically arguing the deficit will double under Trump's first year in office. Whatever. Next one, Bitcoin will reach $125,000 price per Bitcoin. Yeah, for the record, I can't stand cryptocurrencies, and I would not shed a tear if Bitcoin crashed to under a penny per BTC. But I figure since I'm seeing resistance passing the 110K mark, just put the prediction target a little higher and call it a day. Next in the B column, Jamie Dimon will resign as CEO of JP Morgan Chase. So most non-business people probably don't know who he is, but he's been the CEO of Chase Bank since 2006. My 2 cents, I think he's a smart guy. I hope I'm wrong on this one, but after 18 years of working as the CEO there, I wouldn't be surprised if he went on to do other things or, just retired. Anyways, behind that one is the British pound will trade for less than 1 USD. I know this doesn't seem like a wild prediction, but the British pound has never traded for under 1 US dollar. If this happens in 2025, I will never shut up about calling it. After that, we got another foreign exchange prediction with Russian ruble will trade at 150 to 1 US dollar. Yeah, most well-informed analysis on the ruble say it's basically only kept above, or rather only kept below trading at 110 to 1 USD because the Russian central bank keeps intervening. But there's some serious indication the Russian central bank, after 3 years in the Ukraine war, is running out of foreign currency reserves to really keep propping it up. So yeah, that's probably going to happen. Next, we got Pfizer's stock price will drop to below $15 a share. So maybe they do a stock split. Maybe this is just wishful thinking on my part. I don't like or generally trust pharmaceutical companies, but yeah, they went from being in the $50 price range in 2022 to now trading at below $30. So I just want that trend to continue. Apple Inc. will acquire Warner Brothers Discovery. I doubt this one will happen, and if it does, it won't happen in 2025. But let me just say, I don't like Apple as a company, but I will say, if they acquired Warner Brothers Discovery, they would have the cash to finally, perhaps, give us a proper live-action DC animated universe, or rather, cinematic universe. Jeez, what am I saying? Next, BuzzFeed Inc. will shutter its HuffPost subsidiary. Hashtag go woke, go broke. Next, Toronto Dominion or TD Bank will end operations in the USA. Insert picture of Justin Trudeau crying. I doubt this one will happen. And last one in the B column, Walgreens will declare bankruptcy. I don't think it will happen, but I couldn't think of anything else. But I do think they need to step up their game before they go the way of Eckerd's. And that's it for B column. Next up, I column, which stands for involving U.S. politics. Let's do this. One Supreme Court justice will retire. Clarence Thomas. Someone will attempt to assassinate Vice President J.D. Vance. Morbid, I know. YouTube, I am not condoning this or encouraging it, and I hope I'm wrong, but I'm just saying, someone will probably try it. Next, the mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, will resign from office. Probably gets taken down by some scandal or something. I mean, didn't he have one already? Next, Jerome Powell will resign as chairman of the Federal Reserve. I feel like if Powell holds on to the Fed chairman position past 2025, he should just try and beat Alan Greenspan and Bill Martin's time because, might as well go for the record. Next, U.S. Congress will pass an aid package to Ukraine worth $15 billion US. Hashtag Slava Ukraine. United States of America will impose tariffs on Pakistan. So yeah, Trump's got to make an example of somebody. Also, doing this would help U.S. relationships with their regional rival, India. And Yeah. Next, Donald Trump will have the U.S. leave the Paris Climate Accords. Again, I mean, this guess might as well be labeled as this box is a free space. He's going to do it. Why wouldn't he? He did it the first time. Anthony Fauci will be indicted by the Department of Justice. I know I'm not the only person who thinks he should go to prison, but this probably won't happen. Over 2 million illegal immigrants will be deported out of the U.S. I think this should, in other words, just be called Trump keeps one of his campaign promises. Last one in the I column. One member of Congress will get into a fist fight with another member of Congress. Marjorie Taylor Greene versus Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Cat fight. Who's with me? Let me know in the comments. All right, end column. Notable deaths. Here we go. Warren Edward Buffett, billionaire. Yeah, he's in his 90s. I'm going to speculate old age. Nancy Patricia Pelosi, member of the U.S. Congress. Also going to speculate old age. Bashar al-Assad, former Syrian president. The guy had thousands of people locked in an underground prison, caused the deaths of hundreds of thousands from a civil war, possibly millions, and then he fled the country with a bunch of cash. A lot of people want him dead. He is not going to be safe in Russia. Richard Bruce Cheney, 46th U.S. Vice President. So, here we go. This square used to be Jimmy Carter's name on it. But then he passed away in 2024, so rest in peace, Jimmy Carter. Raul Modesto Castro Ruz, former president of Cuba. Another case of just being too damn old. Volodymyr Zelensky, Ukrainian president. I hope I'm wrong on this one, but Lord knows Russia's going to keep trying to get him. Xi Jinping, president of the People's Republic of China. If it happens in 2025, I'll be the first to say I don't think it will be from natural causes. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, president of Russia. Yeah, I'm predicting Russia loses the Ukraine war bad in 2025, and Putin gets axed by his inner circle or the Russian people, basically, with this one. Because that's the only way he'll be dead. I don't think he'll die from natural causes, not in 2025. But I'm just predicting it'll happen. Next up, William Jefferson Clinton, 42nd U.S. president. I mean, he did have a health scare recently where he had to go to the hospital, and he's not that young, so yeah. And last one, Elon Reeve Musk, billionaire. So my logic on this one is Elon Musk pissed off a lot of powerful people when he bought Twitter, and then supporting Trump in 2024 didn't do him any favors. I think there might be an attempt to take him out in 2025. All right, G column, geopolitics. Olaf Scholz will be replaced as Chancellor of Germany. This is another square that used to be something else. I originally had Assad's government would be deposed in Syria by rebel groups on this square. But then it happened at year end or near year end. So instead, I went with another safe bet since Germany's probably going to have new elections in February of 2025. Chechnya will officially gain independence from Russia as a new country. So apparently Kadyrov was promised an independent Chechen state after Putin's administration ended. And so if Putin dies, as I'm predicting, Kadyrov will probably flee the sinking ship that is Russia and declare independence for Chechnya. Ukrainian military will push out the Russian military from the entire Kherson Oblast. This one's wishful thinking by me, but I think possible mutiny in the Russian ranks leads to an opportunity for Ukraine. Who knows? Next up, Justin Trudeau resigns as Prime Minister of Canada. Insert picture of Justin Trudeau crying. Egyptian President Abdel El-Sisi will be ousted from power in a coup. This one's just a hunch that Sisi's going to get the Hosni Mubarak treatment. My understanding is his presidency has been a letdown. China will militarily invade Taiwan. Well, I mean, China keeps saying they will. Maybe this will be the year. Israel will fully withdraw forces from the Gaza Strip. I figured I should have, some optimism in this column. Successful coup will occur in Russia against Vladimir Putin. Putin having Russia invade Ukraine was a disaster. And the sooner the Russian people get rid of Putin, the sooner things can truly start to get made right. So, yeah. North Korea will militarily invade South Korea. I mean, North Korea keeps saying they will. Maybe this will be the year. And last, Alexander Lukashenko officially resigns as president of Belarus. Well, I mean, if Putin's ousted from power or becomes deceased, Lukashenko might as well pack it in and resign. Russia and their military was the only reason he wasn't ousted from the start of the decade. So yeah. O column. Other. Time to go wild. And we're starting off with Anna Kasparian will leave the Young Turks show. This one's just a hunch, but it would be interesting to see if she would attempt to go solo. Next up, an earthquake with a magnitude greater than 6 will hit California. Again, hopefully not, but the San Andreas fault has been suspiciously quiet the last couple of years. Jussie Smollett will be arrested for drug trafficking. Basically, the logic here is he got out of jail, but he'll probably never find work again. So he'll resort to doing something illegal and end up back in legal trouble because he craves the attention. Next up, P. Diddy gets Jeffrey Epstein in jail/prison. Hashtag, if you know, you know. Joy Behar will lose her co-host spot on The View. Mostly just putting it out there into the ether so that maybe it actually happens. Bill Maher will retire from doing Real-Time Show. I mean, he brought up thinking about doing this and how he didn't want to talk about a Trump presidency for 4 more years. So this one isn't too wild. All the remaining JFK files will be declassified for the public. I mean, look, it's been over a half century at this point. Trump brought up doing it. I think it was on Rogan or something. Why not just rip off the Band-Aid already? Rachel Maddow will be fired from MSNBC, probably as part of some MSNBC restructuring or something, if it does happen in 2025. Category 5 hurricane will hit the U.S. state of Georgia. Oh, gosh. Another very specific natural disaster projection, but it's essentially based on the fact that Florida and the Carolinas took their fair share of hurricane damage this year, so I guess Georgia's next, out of fairness. Whatever. And last one, Dave Chappelle will get attacked on stage while performing a routine. Again. Well, I mean, a lot of people can't take a joke. What else is there to say? Anyways, that's my 2025 bingo card. What'd you think? What are your 2025 predictions? Let me know in the comments. I'll actually read them. Either way, Happy New Year, everybody. Take care. See you next time.